See what y'all talking about up in here. While I roll my weed. This shit got a whole lot of sticks and stems in it. Let me turn this shit down. I got a copyright strike the last time I was on live. Yeah. What's up, Jordan? What's up, Evan? I wanted to do an incense and ashtrays with y'all tonight, but the internet work, my computer is tripping. I think Apple do this shit on purpose. The minute your computer get 4 or 5 years old, they want to slow the motherfucker down and act like it don't want to work no more. Damn you, Apple. I've been on Apple since the 80s. God damn it, I've been on Apple since the Macintosh. My mom's brought home, back when everybody was on PCs and Windows, Mom's had us on a Apple Macintosh. I had the first iMac. You remember that big old ugly ass candy blue iMac? I had that motherfucker. Yeah. I've always been on Apple. What's up, DC Static? What's up, Star? What's up, Christian? I ain't gonna be on here too long with y'all tonight because I'm gonna be shrooming later on tonight. Microdose, nothing heavy. I'm not heavy shrooming tonight, just a microdose. I'm not. See this little right here? This is what I'm shrooming on tonight. This is a candy bar. 4 grams. Somebody gave me this and was like, let me know how it go. I said, you don't have to ask twice. What's up, Lady B? This shroom bars take about an hour to hit. So I'll be with y'all for about an hour. The minute the thing hit, I'm out. What's up, Quan? Who's this cat with the lame jokes? I don't recognize that person in here. Somebody's in here with fart humor. It's not funny. It's almost as unfunny as Evan. Evan's our only bad joker in here. We don't need 2. We don't need 2 people in here with bad jokes. Evan, we got enough space with Evan, number 1. That's enough. And I'm sure Amir will be here later on, saying a whole bunch of dumb random shit. Yeah, Evan's our little brother. Evan can get away with it, but Evan's the only one who... There's some other guy in here with lame jokes, and it's like, who is this guy? Evan's the only person in here we allow with bad jokes. Him and Amir. But yeah, somebody said, let you know how it goes. I'll let you know how the shroom trip goes. It's just a microdose. It's not a full-on trip. To me, 4 grams is a microdose. To other people, 4 grams send your ass off to heaven. Nah, microdose for me. I got some internal questions I want answered. And so with that 4 gram shroom bar, I'm gonna roll like 5 joints for the night. 5 blunts. One word of advice. You don't want to be rolling blunts once your shroom trip hits. You want to take care of that business before it hits. But we talking about like channel, some stuff, updates with the channel. Starting this week, I will be updating to my Patreon more often. I'm going to my book is out, but I still have, I'm changing the cover of my book this is what I'm doing. I'm changing the cover of my book for YouTube, YouTube. I mean, for Hotepish. Because you know what I realized? It's a lot of people from different parts of the country that are used to black people looking one certain way. You know what I mean? And me being from LA, I'll be forgetting there's people out there from different parts of the country who have like a fairly monolithic view of how black people are supposed to look. So I've been getting a whole bunch of questions on my book like, is that an interracial family on your book? No, dumbass. Everybody on that book is black. And for me, it was obvious because if you ever saw my sister, I call my sister, when we was kids, we used to call my sister Pocahontas. My sister has very long hair, very straight, curly when it gets wet, and she red skinned. My sister looked like the last motherfucking Mohican. So I'm used to black women, completely black. Her mom is black, her dad is black. Both of her grandparents on both sides are black. My sister don't have no white touch our family to what, 4 generations back? The last time there was any white in our blood was like 4 generations back. But she can look like my sister's a teacher. And she teaches at a school with a bunch of Mexicans. And every year when school first start, her Mexican students be thinking she Mexican. When my sister's like around people from India, they think she one of them. And so, but for me, I'm used to that. But it's been a whole bunch of people just asking me, and they haven't been rude and disrespectful. It's been a couple. I don't mind the disrespectful people. I take care of them. But it's been the people who are innocent, who innocently ask, "Hey, man, I thought that was that looked like an interracial couple on your book." So I'm like, all right. I'm gonna go. What's up, G Mars? I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and change the picture on my book cover because of the questions. What's up, Mama Zeke? Everybody say what's up to Mama Zeke. I got nothing but love for Mama Zeke. Yeah. Salute to you. Good to see you in here. So I'm changing the picture on the book cover. I'm going to keep the current picture for the Amazon copies, but I don't want y'all going on Amazon. I want y'all to buy from my book. Amazon take too much goddamn money. But I will be doing my webinars for the people on the Patreon. Later on this week, I'm going to do a free talk on once my book is up. Once my book is finally up for sale on Hotepish.com, I'm going to do a show. I'm going to do one that's basically breaking down my whole book. And then, what's up, John? Appreciate that. And then from there, I'm going to do a series on my book. Every chapter in the book, which it ain't many chapters, it's not a long book. But I'm going to do a webinar for every chapter in the book. Because I'm gonna spend about 2, even though the chapters aren't long, I'm gonna spend a good 2 hours breaking down each chapter and asking y'all questions. So for the people who are on Patreon, y'all get that. If you don't want to join Patreon, that's cool. I ain't tripping. I will also still have these webinars up as standalone webinars, so you don't have to subscribe to the Patreon. You may need help with learning the 5 love languages, but you may be straight in a whole different area. So I'll have each webinar up as a standalone, and also another webinar for each But if you're part of Patreon, the masterclass tier. The masterclass tier, you'll get all this as part of what you do. The other two tiers, I'm about to drop. My tier that's $4.99, I'm about to drop that tier. If you sign up for that tier, I'm going to grandfather you in and keep it. But on the other tier, I'm going to start doing more stuff that's more so behind the scenes, breaking music down on that tier that's $8.88. That's going to be my music breakdown tier. And because YouTube won't let me do that shit. And Mixcloud is funny about how often they let me work it and go on live. So that's coming to the channel. Y'all see all the weed I'm smoking. Yeah. Told y'all. When this shroom bar hit, I'm out. It's gonna take me about 45 more minutes for this shroom bar to hit. I'm saying it's only 4 grams. Little lightweight microdose me tonight. It's good to see. You know what's dope? It's so dope to see the backlash of this Woman King movie. And it's so dope seeing the backlash from the women. Black women are so tired of being portrayed as beasts. Y'all notice that? They always want to portray black women as beasts. Oh, and this is brought to you by Light the Mood. That's Jayla's Kendall right there. Excuse all the weed paraphernalia. Yeah, lightthemood.com. Jayla, the self-esteem queen with the candles. So Jayla, your candles about to be part of my shroom trip. I will remember these. Your candles will be connected to memory for all that I get from this shroom trip that I'm about to be on right now. Oh shit, someone bought the book. Yeah. I appreciate y'all buying the book. I don't have a day job. All I do is run businesses and do this shit. So every little bit helps. You just moved to Davis, Emmanuel? Oh, shit. What the hell are you doing in Davis? First of all, what the fuck is you in Davis? Is there to do in Davis? Like, who? Are you in college, brother? What's up, Jazzy? But yeah. But I'm just so glad to see the women not fall for the BS. Because they can throw out as much BS as they want. But seeing the women reject this BS that Hollywood is throwing their way. Hollywood has played black women for a fool for a long time. Y'all ever notice this is what I don't like about Hollywood and how it portrays black women. This is what I don't like. Y'all ever notice they always make black women have attitudes with every little fucking thing? I mean, there's not a scene that can happen on TV with a black woman in it without either her voice having an attitude, her body language, a neck roll. And this is kind of stuff I'm going to break down more on my Patreon so I don't get any copyright strikes. I was watching some TV commercial today, and I forgot what they were talking about. But it was one of those multicultural commercials. You had the white people smiling, the Asians giggling, the Mexican person in the Mexican family hugging up and going, hey. And then there was a single black woman, and she didn't say a word. She just rolling her neck and snapping her neck. I'm like, I'm I'm tired of this. Because here's my experience with black women. And if you one of them dudes that your mama wasn't shit and you hurt and black women or a black woman hurt you back in the day, you can't say nothing positive about black women, this ain't the channel for you. Because I have a different point of view. You know what I mean? Now, y'all know me. I don't have an issue checking black women when it's some bullshit. But I'm tired of every time a black woman's on TV, she's some warrior beast. They got black women looking like Mr. T now on TV. Or she always has a bad attitude in her body language. Like, you ever notice, like, even on a TV commercial, they'll have that black woman talk about whatever product they're selling. And when the black woman talks about the product, she gotta snap her neck, fold her arms, speak all sharp. And I'm tired of that shit. Because do black women have attitude? Yeah. But no more than any other one. People have attitudes. Yeah, black women have attitudes. Black men have attitudes. White men have it. Everybody has attitudes. It seems as if only the black woman, it's like her attitude is something for Hollywood to constantly play on, constantly play off. And is it cool to highlight it? Yeah, it's cool to highlight it, talk a little bit of shit about it. Y'all know me. I'm completely down with shit talk. I'm all the way down with shit talk. But at some point, it's like, hey, yo, man, chill. It's too much. At some point, it's too much. Because in my experience, the black women I'm around, they have attitude when it's time to have attitude. And when it's not time to have an attitude, they don't have an attitude. They're fun-loving. They're fun. Fun to be around. Loving. Charming. I don't know. I guess I'm a different kind of dude. I've had 99.9% positive interactions with black women. And yes, we got our bullshit-ass black women. Y'all saw I was on Fox Soul with Cynthia G. I'm not even going to count that other person because that was a man dressed as a woman, so that person don't count. But those Cynthia G-type black women do exist. But they don't define black women. Just like these sorry suck-ass simp niggas out there exist. But they don't define black men. For those of you asking, why am I in the dark? If you want to see my face, tune in on Tuesday when I'm on my show, goddammit, on Caffeine. Tuesday, you're going to see me full in effect on camera. But right now, I ain't putting no goddamn lights in my eye. Y'all see all these joints I'm rolling right now? All these blunts? But back to what we talking about. Let me lit this last. I got 5. I got 4. I don't think I'm gonna smoke all these tonight, but I might. When you take the mushrooms, it's better to roll more than you need than not. Yeah, I'm on caffeine. Craig Facts on caffeine, and I got my own version of Hotepish on caffeine too, and that's every Tuesday, 2:30 to 3:30. Every Tuesday. But you can stay right here and watch it on YouTube. There we go. I got my. I think that's enough. I think that's enough roll for right now. Y'all think this is enough? Can y'all see? That's me. Y'all can't see. That's my candle. Is this enough right here? I can't see. It's too dark in here. I got 5 blunts rolled. I think 5 blunts is enough for this. Halfway done. But what up, smoke spitter? I'm gonna break the debate down when Fox Soul finally sends me a copy. When they send me the video, that's when I do the breakdown. I don't want to be watching myself on somebody else's YouTube channel. You dig? So when it finally gets here, when Fox Soul, they always email me the full copy of the full video. So when they email me that full unedited video, and I'm mad too on Fox Soul because they cut my mic, like they did something to cut me off from speaking. Cynthia G has said some shit about, black men are the ones that sold, or it was black men that sold other black people into slavery. Right when she said that, I was just about to talk about the homie women, these from this movie about how black women participated in it, but like Tammy Mack, and she did it on purpose, but she cut me off. They cut me off and transitioned to that man woman, and I didn't get to drop. I'm like, that's the only thing I wish I did. I didn't get to drop that factoid in there. It was one of those things where it's like Cynthia G basically threw me a lob, and then Tammy Mack came in, knocked that hoe away, out of bounds. Shit. Oh. There we go, all 4 grams. That should take about, these 4 grams take about an hour to hit. And I said, I'm gonna be with y'all for about an hour. But the minute these shrooms hit, I'm out. Hold on. Just in case I got a whole nother bar right here. Well, hold on. I got 2 more just in case. Just in case those don't hit the way I want them to. Just in case. Hey, smoke splitter, shut up. What's my opinion of Dr. Anthony Browder's endorsement of the movie? That's a good question. Playing some George Duke. Man, George Duke is the greatest, man. Gotta play that. Must keep the memory of George Duke alive, black people. Must keep his music and his memory alive. Died too young. But that's a good question, my opinion on Dr. Tony Browder has put in more than enough work for us as a people. You know what I mean? He's focused on Africa. That's his focus. And I'm sure for him, it was a great thing seeing Africa, a continent that he spent so much time dedicated to, get portrayed in somewhat of a positive light by Hollywood. We got to remember, our brother Anthony Browder is still a baby boomer. So they have a different, that generation has a different connection than we do. So I'm thinking he has his reasons. He's probably only speaking of it from a certain vibrational point of view. He's not in the trenches like we are as far as establishing our cultural identity here in the United States of America. He's more about establishing our cultural identity with Africa. So I can, I see it, I get it. But I'm not going to throw him away. I disagree with Dr. Anthony Browder. but I still love him. And anytime he come, if he ever came to LA for any kind of event, I spend money to see him. You know. So, what's up, Herc Owen? Yeah, but what's up, Mimi? You said you smoking and sipping? Yeah. Oh yeah, Dwayne Gray, Dwayne. Yeah. I asked her who she been kicking it with. Like Cynthia G, like who you kicking it with, yo? You this bitter? If every man around you has done you dirty, then shit. You better look in the mirror. Yeah, it's hard not to consider his opinion. Like, and plus, there are levels to conversations. From what I read in his quote, he was just talking about how beautiful it was to see these women on screen that were black and African. And so, if that's the point of view he's speaking from, then okay. Hey, y'all, I did some kind of cold shit. I won't say it's cold. I didn't tell you about it. It wasn't cold what I did. But this last week, part of the reason why y'all saw when I was live last week, like, it's these little ass kittens that been out here. Somebody left some fucking kittens in my apartment building. Like down, and is these two, and I hate cats. I hate cats. But goddamn, kittens are so fucking cute. You can't do nothing about, you know what I mean? It was 3 little baby kittens out here. And all they did was whine and whine and whine. And part of the reason why I didn't go live as much last week is it seemed like every time I came out here to kick it, these little fucking kittens were at my goddamn ankles, begging for some milk or some water or some shit. And I ain't giving them a motherfucking thing. I ain't trying to have little bastards come back around here for more water and food. So today they was out here, and today was like the 7th day in a row. I first saw them last Sunday. So today was like the 7th. It was 3 of them at first. Now it's only 2 little kittens. I guess the 3rd one croaked, or a coyote came around here and got his ass. Well, these 2 little cute kittens this morning when I was out here on my porch smoking, they came, they're looking weak as hell. I'm like, man, I can at least give little motherfucker some water. So I got them some water. But then I was thinking, my neighbor, y'all know the neighbor I'm always talking about? Y'all know the neighbor I'm always talking about. She smells like 17 rebounds and 6 personal fouls and 2 points. She smelled like she got 187 yards receiving and 2 fumbles. That's how she smelled every time she walked by. Well, anyway, she got like a whole little garden on the side of her house. So I started walking. So the kittens, wherever I walk, they kind of follow me. So I was like, man, if these kittens see her little garden with all that spinach and shit, they'll go over there and have a feast, and they won't be fucking with me no more. So I just kept walking closer and closer, and then the little kittens saw her little garden, and they ran up over there. Man, I left earlier, went to the beach, came back. They was sitting on her porch. I was like, yes. Yeah. And she ended up, like, I don't know what I did. I saw her, like, playing with them. I'm like, cool. They gonna live, and they gonna be with her ass now, not me. She annoying as fuck. Y'all be hearing me, that's part, when I be in my room, doing my lives in my room. In my office. Y'all sometimes hear her talking all loud and shit. She annoying as fuck. So I'm like, okay, maybe if annoying cuz get some kittens, she won't be as bad. I call her annoying cuz. And that's what happened. I walked them, I just walked slowly. The minute them kittens saw her little garden, man, they jumped all up in her spinach. They jumped in her in her collard greens. They was having themselves a little bit of that. They was having themselves a little feast, boy, to the point to where they was sitting on her porch when she walked in. I saw him sitting on her porch too. I kept walking like I didn't see him because we had got home at the same time. And I saw them sitting on her porch, so I walked around to my other door, like I'm acting like I didn't even see him. Like, ooh, what's this? Oh, you got kittens? They not over here no more. Nigga. Yeah, I appreciate that story. Yeah, hit the Cash App, y'all. I ain't gonna be on here much longer. I got about probably another 30 minutes before these shrooms hit. Because you know the shrooms hit, you get a certain taste in your mouth. And then the lights, you start seeing like the lights have a certain, jump out a certain way at you when the shrooms start to hit. They kind of get three-dimensional when you see people's headlights and the planets and shit. Like I'm looking at Jupiter. Yeah, the shrooms ain't hit yet. But when they do, I'm out. But in the meantime, I'm talking to y'all. What's up? What's up, Jayla? Jayla, you missed the message. You weren't in here earlier. I told them what's going on. I just hit I'm doing a shroom microdose tonight. And I got Jayla's camera. See Jayla? See? I got your candle burning and George Duke playing on the iTunes. And you see, like, I don't know if y'all can see this. I got like five blunts rolled. So yeah. So my shroom trip is gonna smell like, yo, I'm gonna remember this shroom trip from them candles, Jada. But yeah, no, but still, we was talking about the Woman King movie, and not just the Woman King movie. I'm just tired of black women. I'm just tired of it. Every TV commercial, every show, they love. Yeah, microdose, Jayla. Shit, 4 grams is a microdose for me. But these TV shows and these commercials, it's just constant attitude from black women. It's like the body language. It's like, I'm telling you right now, if I didn't have my mom and my sister and my wife and my grandmother and all the women that I've dealt with in my life that have been hella cool, I would think black women ain't shit. Let me tell you something. When you look at how black women are portrayed on TV, if I didn't have personal positive relationships with black women, I would think y'all are some beastly, bad attitude, hair weave wearing, annoying people to be around. Because that's what Hollywood does to y'all. And they made black men just like straight up coward bitches. But Hollywood make black women look masculine, and it's so good seeing so many black women turn away from the messaging and not accept it. You're right. They hardly ever show black women's feminine side. Like they don't. When was the last time you seen a black woman's nurturing side with outside of when she's with a white comforting a white man? Do they ever show black women just as nurturing, and she don't look like, and she not as fat as me? Now, if the woman is as fat as I am, and she got if it's a motherfucking got a headscarf on and she look beaten, battered down, she can be nurturing. But when last time you seen like a pretty young, attractive black woman on TV be fully nurturing? You dig what I'm saying? Hey, y'all saw. Hey, look. Hey, go look at. For y'all in here, who's in here earlier, go back and look at SBEBB. Go look at their post from 9:46. I think like 2 minutes ago. Remember I was talking about that earlier? Go and look at, I want to put, I can't see, I'm not on my computer. I can't highlight what. Go look at what 2 comments ago from SBEBB. What did I say earlier when I first started this show about my book? What did I say? Quan, I think you were in here. Star, you were in here. I said, it's always that one. It's always that one person. Why is that person on your book? Is that even a black person? Well, hey, bro, SB, where did you grow up? Did you grow up like on, like, you must have grown up like in rural, like Grace, Mississippi somewhere where you haven't seen black women have a variety of looks. I talked about that earlier in the show. Like, man, I'm going to do some stuff in my book cover because there's people out here who grew up in motherfucking caves that only think black women could look a certain way. Hey, SB, buy the book. If you got so many questions, buy the book. Are you married, SB? Did you buy the book? What questions do you have from the book? Hey, SB, what questions do you have from the book? Did you buy it? Did you buy the book? That's why I'm like, it's always these people. It's always these people who don't want to spend money with you that got the most questions. And that's part of the reason why I don't want to make the changes I'm making. I'm making them. You're right, that might be a YouTube bot. There's somebody who think all black women are supposed to look like Viola Davis. There's somebody who, yeah. She has straight hair, she can't be black. Yeah, Quan. Quan, don't do it yet. Don't do it yet. Don't do it yet. Don't block him yet, Quan. Don't block him yet. This is just somebody who, when they see a light-skinned black woman, they get hella mad because every time you see a light-skinned black woman in real life, she ain't get that nigga no play. Zero play. Zilch. So now when he sees a light-skinned black woman on a book, he takes it out on the author of the book because it's giving him flashbacks to high school when he got turned down and rejected by every chick that didn't look like Buster Douglas. Like the only women who ever said yes to this nigga in life look like Evander Holyfield with a weave. And so if the woman don't look like Evander Holyfield with a weave, this nigga like, they ain't black. He has insecurities that play like a motherfucker. This nigga here ain't have. This nigga here, every chick he got with look like Whoopi Goldberg, but ashy. Like all my women look like an ashy version of Whoopi. If the women on your book got too much cocoa butter on and not enough ash, they not real black. What's up, Larry? Yeah, that nigga lame. No, SB, I want people smart enough to read the fucking book around me. And let me make it very clear. And I explained earlier why I'm making some changes to my book cover. But I want to make it very clear before you see those changes, SB. I like my book the way it is because anybody's as dumb as your ass to look at the book and not care to open it up and see what's in it, I don't want you around. You a fool, Jayla. Let's make that very clear. Anybody as stupid as you that don't think a black woman can come in a light-skinned package, I don't want your dumb ass around. Because then you'd be saying my own sister ain't black, and my sister has had black in her bloodline going back well into the 1800s on both sides of the family. My sister still look like goddamn Pocahontas, though. Oh, and my nieces. My nieces are so beautiful. My nieces, Madison and Layla, the lightest light skin can be. Madison's hair, Larry, I don't know if you've seen a recent picture of Madison, but Madison's hair is like well over a yard long. Straight. 2 black parents. 4 black grandparents. 8 black great-grandparents. 16 black great-great-grandparents. 32 black great-great-great-grandparents. And still light-skinned with long hair. And then you got some nigga like this in the chat room who all his women, all the women he ever got with look like Kim Wayans, but with no hair. They need bobby pins to get a ponytail. This nigga like, if my women don't look like a fried skillet, they ain't black. I'm done. Yeah. Thank you, Larry. I'm done with it. I just felt like cracking some jokes. People like that, I don't want them around. I'd rather not have people like that around. Even if they agree with what I say, don't come around. Don't come around. Please don't come around. Sit your lonely ass down at home, nigga. Yeah. Yeah, black people come from all different colors, man. It's like our color palette is wild as black people. We come in all shapes and sizes and skin tones. I want to listen to some more George Duke. Yeah, hold on. But yeah, I hit this, come on now. Yeah, like I don't want to find George Duke. Come on, Spotify, get it together. Get it together. Y'all know I'm looking for George Duke. Yeah, I'm about to listen to that George Duke Follow the Rainbow album. That shit is great. Hey, Larry, I'd knock your ass out. But that's the thing about it, man. Look, I be seeing people talk shit to Tariq about his wife because his wife is light skinned. Tariq's wife is beautiful, man. Like, she's light skinned, but I don't know why people be having an issue with his wife being light skinned. Like, shit, she black. Shit, Tariq's wife look like the average chick. Like, if you grew up in LA, she looks like an LA chick. That chick that'll go to your church, the one that's in school, light skinned, pretty but cool as hell. It's a lot of women like this. It's a lot of black women like that running around LA. But I be seeing people online. Tariq, your wife ain't what? Your wife ain't black. She mixed. Like, so? Yeah, Roy. Oh, you got a Louisiana last name, Babineau. Yeah, you didn't. Roy, you didn't have to say you from Louisiana. I see it from that last name, brother. Like my mom is very light skinned. I told y'all before, my grandfather used to call my mom the zebra. But both my mom's parents were black. Both of her grandparents are black. All four of her grandparents. The last white in our blood is like my mom's great great grandparent. Great is a hog. Yeah, great grandparent. But if you see my mom, she could pass. Like, yeah. He can say, I don't know what white light skin. Quan, you a fool for that. Yeah, so like in my book, I was saying earlier, like my book cover, I have a different picture I'm gonna put on it. Only because of the I ain't talking about that asshole that just left the chat room. That person kissed my ass. But I've had a few well-meaning black people ask me why I didn't have was that a black person on my cover of my book? I'm like, yeah, that person's all the way black. But I do recognize there are people from different parts of the country who are used to black people looking a certain way. So for that reason, I'm gonna change the cover of my book on my website. Now on Amazon, the Amazon version of my book, the current cover stays. You're right about that, Quan. You're right. And my mom, her grandparents are Louisiana. Yep. Her being light skinned like that, they come from Louisiana and Mississippi. And the Mississippi on my bloodline, they moved up to Michigan because although the ones from Mississippi were labeled, they were labeled as mulatto on the census and on the 18 when they. I told y'all. Well, I showed y'all before. Y'all know people watch Channel Radio. Y'all seen me put up that newspaper clip before of my mulatto family that was free from slavery in 1855 by the slave master. And the state of Mississippi jumped in and was like, well, we don't feel this is a good time for these mulattoes to be free, so we're going to keep them in slavery. And when I read that newspaper clip, I got to learn one thing. Whether they identified you as Negro or mulatto or Indian or whatever, if you wasn't labeled white, you got fucked up. So my mulatto family from Mississippi moved up to Michigan. But my mulatto family in Louisiana, them niggas came to L.A. And then you get people like this in the chat room that think if the woman don't look like, if she don't come walking in looking like Lupita Nyong'o, then she ain't black. And no disrespect to my dark-skinned women. I love dark-skinned women. Hell, my wife is dark-skinned. But I got major love for you brothers out there and sisters out there who fell in love with somebody who light-skinned. That's fine. You got to be a real dickhead to have a problem with that. Yeah. But yeah, we were talking about like black women and how black women are portrayed on camera. I'm done with it. That's why I don't really watch TV like that. Every time a black woman's on camera, she got to be snapping her neck, rolling her eyes. And you ever see it like when you have two black women on camera together, like in a scene together, like if it's a movie like with a bunch of white people, and there's a scene in a movie with two black women, Whenever those two black women like are on camera together, it's always like hella tension. Think about it. When was the last time you seen two black women like in a movie where it's mostly every kind of a diverse movie, a little bit of this, a little bit of that in the movie, and there's two black women on camera at the same time. One always shades the other. You don't ever see two black women on camera at the same time where they're being pleasant to each other, where they're being nice to each other, where they're being kind to each other. And for the dumbass talking about the tone of, I'm talking about light-skinned black women too, nigga. Black is black. Whether she light-skinned with long hair or dark-skinned with kinky hair, she black. Especially if she got a big booty. If she got a natural born big booty, she double black. And if she got a little booty, she's still black. She's still black because a black woman little booty is still bigger than a white woman's big booty. We ain't about to play them games. All the hell black women got to deal with, black men. You want to draw a dividing line between the tone of blackness? The fuck out my face. Light-skinned black people deal with shit just like dark-skinned black people. They may deal with different kind of shit, but they still deal with shit. The light-skinned black person shit come from left field. The dark-skinned black person shit come from white field. But it's still shit coming their way. And do it matter which field the shit is coming from? If the shit's slapping you in the face, doesn't matter where it's coming from. It's still shit. Light skin deal with this shit, dark skin deal with that shit. I'm brown skin, so I mean, my brown skin, I kind of deal with the shit on, I kind of see the shit on both sides. Quan over here being like Patrick Ewing on that nigga. Quan over here being the Quan Matumbo Dikembe. Every time dude come back up in here, every time the 300 seconds is timed out, here come Quan. No. No. Yeah, SB, I know you still listening. You don't have a voice in this. That kind of talk don't get any kind of love over here. That kind of talk, it's only because I recognize you from being here before. We haven't blocked you. We're not going to block you from the channel, but as long as this video is going on, as long as I'm talking, and I'm be talking until my shroom hits, as long as I'm talking tonight, you will not have a voice to speak. No one's going to hear you. Talk your little color wars. Get that shit out of here. Chuck, take that to somebody who gives a fuck. You say you wish you had Texas? Hey man, them Texas booties are nice. I love Texas women. I love them Texas booties, boy. Shit. Yes, I do. Yeah, I'm married, but my wife know I be looking still. I ain't gonna do nothing. I'm a toothless lion when it comes to the meat market, when it comes to the single market out there. When it comes to women and all that, I am a toothless lion. I will not attack, but I will look. And boy, my black women with them big Texas booties are the best to look at. Shit. Oh, Leagues in the Knicks, you said Cleveland got some underrated. Okay, I've been to Cleveland before, but when I was in Cleveland, it was a snow, so I didn't get to see the booties because it was snowy. That's right, Jayla. You in the wrong chat room for that. That SB cat's in the wrong chat room to pick this fight. We positive over here, like, hey, and I'm glad Jayla, I'm glad you said that because I've had somebody reach out to me recently. I don't know who this is, but they sent me a very rude email. And they didn't disrespect me or anything, but it was just very rude. It was somebody emailed me, was like, I'm not gonna say the person's name. They were like, Dr. Such and Such wants to debate you on the roots of hip hop. And that was the whole email. It wasn't no hi, how are you? It wasn't no, can we schedule a time to meet and talk? It was a very just flat out like, it's just flat out this one sentence email. Dr. Such and Such wants to debate you on the roots of hip hop, period. And I read that shit like, who the fuck is this? Look, if you're gonna email me, have some motherfucking respect. Even if you don't agree with me. Salutations. Greetings. Subject matter. Can we schedule a time? This is my availability. Thank you, or whatever. Because that's how I come at other people. First of all, I don't really want to debate nobody. I will debate, but debating is pointless, it's stupid. If you're a Puerto Rican and you want to debate your place in hip hop, it's just because you feel bad because you know you don't really have a place. And so you want to come to somebody like me and debate a place for yourself and try to use me as a canvas to make yourself relevant to the discussion. Let me make something very clear. If you're Puerto Rican or whatever, you don't have no fucking standing when it comes to hip hop and rap and R&B and our music culture and history. Black American music culture goes back all 400 years. The 13 colonies / the United States has been around. We created our own shit here. Because for those who were brought over from Africa, they were not allowed to maintain their cultural heritage. They couldn't keep their drums. They couldn't keep anything of their culture, stripped away for hundreds of years. So what we rebuilt during the 1800s after slavery, during the 1900s, what we rebuilt musically is completely ours. And if you want to shoehorn your way into that discussion, it's a respectful way to ask. And if you ask disrespectful, I'm not going to fuck with you. Because I don't like disrespect. I'll never disrespect. I could easily go around debating Puerto Ricans and other people on the roots of mambo and the roots of tango and the roots of all these other forms of music y'all listen to. But I'm not. For what? For what? And if I did want to debate somebody, I'm going to at the very least, be very respectful when I ask them for that debate. I'm not going to leave like a little one sentence comment. Like I'm supposed to just come around and just jump when you say jump. Kiss my entire black ass. Now Emmanuel Heath is in the block, joined the block party. What's up, Gemini? Damn, Quan. Shit. 43. Shit. See, I'm telling you right now, I come to, yeah. I see a 43 walking around, I will be looking and staring. I'm not going to make I'm not going to pick any bones about it. Was you looking at that girl's booty? Yes, I was. It was a 43-inch ass. Yes, I was looking. And I looked way longer than I need to be looking, but hell, that's what it is. That's life. Yeah, go argue us. I'm not about to argue with somebody over my choices. But it feels like I'm looking outside, I see the stars. It feels like my mushrooms are starting to hit. So since since the lights are looking like a little, the shrooms ain't hit my mind yet, but they hit my eyes. I'm getting the visuals. So since the shrooms are starting to hit, I'm about to get the fuck up out of here, y'all. But yeah, there will be some changes coming to the Patreon. Get the t-shirts. Get your candles at lightthemood.com. Thank y'all moderators for not letting the bullshit fester in the chat room. I appreciate y'all. And if you don't like me having a light-skinned black woman on my book and you didn't buy the book, let me make it in no uncertain terms. You can kiss my ass. All right? If you don't like it, and it makes you not want to buy the book, don't buy the book. And on your way not buying the book, as you walk past the checkout counter with the book not in your hand, make sure you take some time before you go out the exit door to kiss my ass. All right? Oh, and I'm going to be on Lloyd Strayhorn's show tomorrow, too. 4 o'clock Pacific. Lloyd Strayhorn will be interviewing me about cardology. I'll holler at y'all.